Alright guys, it's York Gliscors here, bringing you the Week 10 Team Builder for Jazz and his Bristol City Banettes. After coming off a strong 5-0 last week, we hope to continue the winning streak and maybe finish in a wild card spot in our division, because there is a chance that we might have a wild card with some new information that I found out. So I will be showing you some, just a little couple things on this, on the divisions to better understand where we are right now and what chances we have in making the playoffs. Anyways, we're gonna get straight into his team. He does have Heatran, which has a whole ton of versatility. Can be like Magma Storm trapping, can be Scarf, can be Specs, can be Power Herb for Solar Beam to hit water types, specifically my Manaphy. Has Earth Power. It has a lot of coverage, believe it or not, and it can just hit incredibly hard. He has Togekiss, which is known for its flinch hexing. It has Nasty Plot, Defog, Roost. Can be bulky if you intend to do it so, and if he does make it bulky, we should have ways around it. If it's Scarf, we extra have ways around it. If it's Nasty Plot, then we should be fine. It's a kind of an oddball what he brings on this set, if he does bring it at all, but I will be prepping for it entirely. Next up, we got Latios Mega. It's interesting Mega, at least because it loses its Soul Dew, it loses Life Orb, loses Spec, Scarf, everything that a Latios wants to run, and in exchange for a really strong special attack set and a really high speed set. So it's a fair trade, but that means we only have to prep for it in its Mega form. We don't have to worry about could it be Life Orb, could it be Specs. We just know that it's guaranteed gonna be pretty fast and hit extremely hard. It could be Calm Mind, could be physical. We have to make sure that we're entirely prepped for it at all times. Anyways, we got his Vaporeon up next, which is his Cleric on the team. It gets Wish Pass. It also has does have Baton Pass itself for momentum. Has Heal Bell to heal up status elements on its team, and it just has a lot of other versatility, like Scald Burning, Ice Beam for like flying types if the other team can't deal with it. Anyways, we got Muck up next, which is his Poison Jab, knockoff spammer. It really has a high chance of poisoning you every time with Poison Jab, because Poison Jab's 30% and then Poison Touch is another 30%. So they stack on top of each other, so it's just an incredible amount of chance of poison. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyways, he also has knockoff spamming on that Mon and Shadow Snake for priority. Next up, he has Sulk, which actually can put a lot of work on my team with any sort of set. Bandage specifically can one-hit KO a lot of Mons on my team, and I definitely see it coming just because I have two defensive steel types that can't really do much to it. I could have ran Choppleberry on Registeel with counter or something like that to take care of it, but I feel like the other ways I play around it give me the most sort of defense that I want. Anyways, we got Armada, which is his Rapid Spinner. I don't see it doing anything outside of being defensive and rapid spinning, just because of its matchup in this match. Rhyperior hits really hard with Earthquake, has a solid rock, letting it take Earthquake's better because it takes 3/4 damage from super effective moves. Anyways, Decidueye is his Z Captain, which is noted in the bottom right corner with a little Z next to its name. It gotta watch out for the Sinister Arrow. I don't have a normal type on my team, so I have to be extremely careful about it. Ditto, known for coming in and revenge killing anything that's setups, that is a setup sweeper or anything, with being Choice Scarfed, getting a Steel stat boost, almost like Marshadow, but not really as useful. That was probably a horrible analogy, but it gets to steal the stat boost and then use them right back on you, as being the same Pokemon as you. It's usually 100% Choice Scarf every time, and if I see a different set other than Choice Scarf, I'd be really surprised. But I do see him wanting to come in on things like Manaphy and things like Volcarona because of Quiver Dance and Tail Glow, and I have 2 easy counters to both of them, and that's Crobat. So, well, unless he clicks Ice Beam instead, and then I'm in a little bit of a pickle, but we should be okay. And then Necrozma, which we don't really have anything for without having a Dark type. He can easily Iron Defense and Calm Mind up, and there's nothing I can do about it. So that's always scary. We do have ways to 2-shot it if it doesn't Calm Mind up like crazy. And it just starts clicking Sword Power on my whole team, and there's nothing I can say about it because I don't have a Dark type. So yeah, that's a huge problem in our team. Anyway, I'm gonna get into what I'm bringing. Should probably hide this. I didn't mean for that to be up. I completely forgot about it. Anyways, we got Zygarde here, who is Choice Scarf to outspeed his entire team. Without the Choice Scarf, because I wholeheartedly expect to get knocked off. We do outspeed his whole team outside of Latios Mega. The Choice Scarf's only specifically there so we can outspeed it. Can we? Wait, hold up. Did I just like... Okay, I'm not used to this mouse yet. I think I might have just had a huge brain fart. What am I doing with my life? Thank God we didn't play. I outspeed Latios Mega this whole time. Give me that band then. Alright. That puts a whole new perspective on everything. Because I had a mental fart on that while I was prepping last night. And completely forgot that Choice Band is Zygarde. Well, that Zygarde has 115 base speed. Alright, well, can't be too mad about it because I didn't play him yet, so that's always a good thing. Now we know the 1,000 Arrows definitely kills Heatran, definitely kills Alola Muck, Outreach definitely kills Latios Mega, Rock Slide is a 2-hit KO on the Togekiss, Extreme Speed does about 30% to almost everything on his team that doesn't resist it or is immune to it, like Rhyperior and Decidueye. I have to kind of hope to win a speed tie now because I'm not running Choice Scarf like I thought I was. I'd have to, yeah, now I can't even win a speed tie against Ditto, so I have to switch out. Also not running any setup moves, which we have a couple mons we can easily set up on. Vaporeon being one if we don't get burned from Scald, which is what we could have ran Lumberry and Dragon Dance, but then that just lets Ditto come right in and copy the Dragon Dances. I definitely expect to see Ditto just because of the amount of sub-sweepers I have on my team. Nasty Plot, Bad, Bulk Up, Hitmontop, Curse, Registeel, Tailglow, Manaphy, Dragon Dance, Coil, Zygarde, Quiver Dance, Volcarona. I don't think Rotom gets setup moves outside of like maybe even Agility or anything, but yeah, I just definitely see Ditto coming. There's a whole, like, I have to, like, I'm trying to prep for his whole team entirely, but there's, he's gonna have a hard time choosing what mons he wants to bring, because just because I outspeed a lot of his team, doesn't mean that his team doesn't have the better matchup against mine. There's a lot of his huge walls that I have a really hard time trying to break down. Anyway, we got Life Orb Manaphy. This is actually a really good mon right here. We do outspeed everything on his team inside of Latios Mega. We do 2-hit KO and one-shot almost everything on his team. 1-hit KO Heatran with the Life Orb. That's why we're running Life Orb, which does kind of suck because it doesn't let us take hits from Vaporeon that well. We are going to get wear down really easily without having a support mon on our team. We don't do anything to Muck though. That's the one mon that we cannot break through, and I don't really have anything outside of Hitmontop that can deal with Muck entirely. So, well, maybe Hitmontop is our, I don't know. I just feel like Muck is such a good mon with the Dark type being added, because knockoff spam is just something a team is really hard, that a team can't really deal with that well. And I know I should have probably drafted a mon like this. This probably easily was not my best draft. But I'm trying to make do with the team that I do have. Anyways, we do have Energy Ball for Vaporeon, which is a 2-hit KO. Ice Beam for like things like Decidueye, Togekiss, and Latios, which are all 2-hit KOs. Psychic, 1-shot Sulk. Surf, 2 shots Necrozma, 1 shots Rhyperior and Armaldo, and 1 shot Heatran, like we said. So yeah, the set is just pretty solid. We just gotta hope we don't get weird down, like I already said. Anyways, we got Spoopy Plant with the Colbert Berry. Have to run max defense, or we don't take 2 knockoffs from Muckalolan or 2 knockoffs from Sulk. Will-O-Wisp there to stop that knockoff spam from doing a lot of damage. And Leech Seed for constant recovery, Synthesis for guaranteed recovery, and Shadow Sneak for just chip damage and priority if we do ever so need it. Yeah, that's just pretty much about this one. We are running Frisk, just because it's nice to know what item they have before we come in. We can figure out if it's Choice Scarf Sulk, and we can deal with it better. If it's Banded Sulk, we definitely can deal with it. And I just don't see these abilities. This is like an ability to use in game, and I don't see me falling asleep at all during this game, considering I'm a grass type who can't be spored, and I don't see him having any other mon on this team with like Hypnosis, especially with Decidueye being a Z captain. I don't see a Z Hypnosis running around. Anyway, we do have an interesting set here on Crobat, and I will explain every bit of the set. Black Sludge for recovery, Inner Focus instead of Infiltrator, because Infiltrator hasn't done much. I'm not gonna lie, I've been running Infiltrator this whole season, and I have never once hit through a sub. So I'm running Inner Focus this week for one reason, and that is Scarf Togekiss. If we are up against the Scarf Togekiss, we do get Air Slashed, and then we can elevate U-turn out and then go into something that can deal with it. I don't want to be flinched to death, so I'm running Inner Focus. HP Ground for Heatran, because I feel like Heatran is going to be a designated switch into Crobat. Kind of like what we did with HP Ice for Lando. Roost Defog for the defensive support. U-turn for Momentum. Enough speed to outspeed his whole team. Enough special attack to 2-hit KO, or it's either 2-hit KO if he's offensive, 3-hit KO if he's defensive. So yeah, and then just enough attack to get some good reliable chip damage, and then just max HP for the most amount of bulk. Then we have Assault Vest Hitmontop, Close Combat, Sucker Punch, Rapid Spin, and Earthquake. Close Combat just does a lot of damage to most of his team. Sucker Punch deals with Decidueye. It just is Decidueye, that's really about it. And maybe Latios Mega if it goes to Psychic, we can Sucker Punch. I really hope we don't expose that little tech too early, because then if it's sub Latios, we're kind of screwed. And of course, because I'm not running Infiltrator, we lose the sub Latios, so hopefully that's not a set that's brought. Rapid Spin, so we don't have to deal with rocks, because they're always annoying. Close Combat just does a lot of damage to things like Muck, Armaldo, Heatran. Then we have Earthquake to deal with Muck, just because Earthquake is super effective. Close Combat. I don't know. Does Close Combat do more than Earthquake? I actually don't know, because this is 120 plus stab is 180. This is 100, but it's 2 times effective, so it's actually 200. So yeah, this is actually stronger, but Close Combat is just a strong stab move that we can use if we don't know what's coming in. I might actually want to change Earthquake maybe, because for like something to hit Togekiss coming in, I don't really have anything to hit Togekiss outside of Gyro. I don't really think this through, really. I'm not gonna lie, I kinda was in one of those late night, like, I'm gonna just build this real quick. Not really to build this real quick, but you know, like, in one of those moves to try to build things, and then you miss out on a lot. And I feel like that has kind of been the story of my season, but, you know, what can you do? Anyways, We don't need speed. I don't think we can outspeed anything outside of Rhyperior, which I don't see the need of outspeeding, so we can drop this down, run, relax nature, and get the Gyro Ball on here, and go to our handy dandy calculator. And let's see this real quick. I'm not sure how much you guys can see. We'll just do a blank set real quick. We are not running any investment. We do have 0 of this, and we are relaxed with Gyro Ball against a Togekiss. How does that do no damage? But does that do less than Stone Edge? Because if it does less than Stone Edge, I don't see why. Yeah, that does less than Stone Edge, and Stone Edge is still a 3 KO if he's defensive. If he's not defensive, Stone Edge is a 2 KO, and I would definitely run Stone Edge. Maybe Stone Edge over Earthquake isn't the call, but you know, I just feel like it is. We're actually gonna go back to Impish Nature, and yeah, give my Speed EVs back. I don't want to speed creep Rhyperior because I don't see myself doing a lot of damage to Rhyperior for one reason, and that is because Rhyperior has a solid rock ability. That's probably the only specific reason. Also, really don't see it coming. It really doesn't have a good matchup outside of Volcarona and Crobat. Anyways, on to the last one here. We got Volcarona, who is Choice Scarf this week. Haven't really got a time to click Quiver Dance all season, so might as well put the Choice Scarf on. We do outspeed as a whole team outside of Latios Mega without the Scarf, so if we do get knocked off, activate the Flame Body, burn the knockoff spammer, and then we can click Fiery Dance, because this is almost like Beast Boosting on top of Sweeping. It's like Beast Boost, I'm just terrible analogies, this whole team builder. But like, Beast Boost, every time you get a kill, you increase your special attack. Well, this has a 50% chance to increase my special attack whenever I use the move. Whenever I use the move, I'm going to increase my stats and increase my sweeping potential. Bug Buzz does one-shot Latios Mega if he's defensive. Giga Drain gets HP back on things like Vaporeon, that's the one I'm thinking of, and HP Ground deals with the ever so annoying Heatran. So yeah, that's what we are bringing this week. I do apologize for being all over the place with the Zygarde set and the Hitmontop set. I was having one of those ruts where I completely ignored this, and because my whole thought process about trying to be Scarf Zygarde was so I could have a check for Scarf Sulk and Scarf Togekiss. That was the whole reason I put a Scarf on, not realizing that I outspeed his entire team entirely. And so now if we do go up against a Scarf Togekiss and a Scarf Sulk, changing the band probably wasn't the best idea, only because now we don't outspeed them. So yeah, I hope that doesn't end up trying to blight us for doing that. I'm actually going to quickly, I don't want to make this video so long, but I just want to go in real quick and make sure that everything is okay. I gotta go to divisions. Not sure how update. Okay, is this updated? Me and Casper went through and did it last night. So as we can see right here, this is our division. Minnesota Monfernos and Washington Weaviles are tied. And things I've heard, I'm gonna scroll this up because I know the things are right here that are for the teams, and I don't want them to be blocking out of the way. Anyways, we do have a new team here, which spoiler alert. New team that's in the league. We have Pittsburgh Power Riders. So what Casper told me is that the top 2 teams from the team. So this is the division leader, and this is the wildcard spot. So right now he'd be the winner, wildcard winner. I wish I was in this league, well, this division. But so pretty much with the recent drop of what's his name? Flame Horizon. I believe either we are gonna find a replacement or Washington Weavils win the game. I don't know how that whole situation is going. Don't quote me on anything. Anyways, we have me down here. I have to hope that one of these teams loses all of their games and I at least get into the positives of differential. So my only hope is that whoever the Minnesota Monfernos is loses this week to Willie. I beat them next week and they lose week 12. And I have to beat my next opponent by 2 or 3. Beat Minnesota Monfernos by 2 or 3, and beat my third week opponent by 2 and 3, and then we make wild cards. Or top if the Washington Weavils don't win at all. But they do play the Minnesota Monfernos, so whoever loses this week, either Washington or Minnesota, I have that they're my prime target to get ahead of. I have to just pray that they lose every single game. So yeah. That is my only hope of making it into the playoffs. If anything, I can say that I am actually second to last on the league standings. With the recent updating of stats, these are actually correct. So yeah, that puts us here, and we're not last. So, although the team that is lower than us still has a chance at playoffs as well, because of his division being only one game. He doesn't have that much of a climb to get back. I'm going to be struggling my way back, but you know, you're never out, so you just got to continue to play, put it out, put yourself into it. If I lose this week, then I know I'm officially out, and then we can start having fun and bringing some heat sets. Anyways, I'm just gonna I did everything I wanted to do. I hope you guys enjoy. The battle will be live again. I really enjoyed doing a live battle. Just because I let you guys see what I saw on my side without having to try to explain it afterwards. I felt like it was just a lot easier to play the battle while talking it out loud, just so I could understand what I'm trying to do and help you guys understand why I make some of the plays that I do, because earlier in the season I encored on a Houndoom when I should have switched out. I roosted on a Terrakion when I should have double Brave-Birded. I just made a lot of plays that don't make any sense, and there's nothing I can do except be live and tell you why I did that. Anyways, I'm done rambling. If you're still listening, I really do appreciate it. Make sure you leave a like if you did enjoy. And that is all for me. I am the Mighty Gliscor, and I'll catch you guys later.